Okay, we're going. All right, welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone. Hi you guys. Today is Monday, April 7th already. And we are the CPC for Josephine and Jackson County Indian Education. We're the parent. I am co-chair for Josephine County. I'm Echo Miller. I am very grateful and blessed to be here today. I would like to start our opening up with a prayer to call in our ancestors and our good spirits to guide us through our beautiful community. Aho Nanukia Sasamaks, Saamnata Dulgala, Saamnata Dulgala, Sakacha Pakisapkala, Sakacha Patiti Kali, Omniscenta Muklux, Omniscenta. I would like to also add love and support to the family and the friends that have lost loved ones this week. We have a lot of new family members that have gone to join their sacred circles, the ancestors. And with that, we'd like to send our unconditional love and support. We're all one, we're all family, and we all get to dance together among the stars in the end. So, oh, Nanukiasa Samaks. For the agenda tonight, has everyone went over the meeting, the minutes from last month?
Yeah, are those really from? Oh, they're from February. Okay.
Yeah, just last month. Would anybody like to approve the minutes?
A
Can we get a
motion, we
first?
approve the minute. Yeah, second.
A first and a second. Minutes approved. On tonight's agenda. That's funny. You're so funny. Uh-oh, kicking me out. It's kicking me out. Let's see, where is the, oh no. It is not pulling up the agenda for me for some reason.
Have it in the chat too, Echo, if that's easier.
Yeah. Does somebody else want to take over that has that on there? I don't know why mine is not like pulling it up. It usually doesn't give me such complications.
So I think we're on to the third item, which is report from Indian Ed facilitators. Dennis and JC.
You don't have anything to say, JC? I don't think I really have a full report other than just giving input to these different items that you have here. So I'm happy to begin each of those listed items.
Okay, sounds good. The only thing I really have is we did cancel a few events last week due to no RSVPs for our campus tour. I'm going to work with SOU to get that rescheduled. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. And also SOU is like so rad at really indigenizing that for us. They're the only college that really allows us to do that and just see native specific opportunities. So we're gonna get that rescheduled, hope for better attendance. And then also I'm going to be gone all of next week. So that's super cool. But I will not be answering my emails. I probably will still, you know, because I do that. But yeah, I'll be out of town.
Can you share why you're going to be out of town? I think that's important.
So I'm going to be with the Cobell Scholarship. I'm an undergraduate reviewer. So all of those national Cobell scholars, they get about 2,600 applications a year. I'm one of a team of 40 that's going to review all of them. So, and it's going to be at a super rad casino in New Mexico. Yeah. So I do like to gamble. I don't drink, so I'll come back in one piece, but I'll probably hopefully win a little money on the blackjack. Uh, but it should be fun. I don't ever really do anything, so I'm looking forward to it for sure. But I will miss my family. Awesome. Speaking of SOU, I don't know if anyone wants to meet up on Thursday. I saw JC posted an event that's happening in the Stevenson Union. There's going to be a dance troupe coming, and I'm very tempted. I think my kiddo's going to take a mental health afternoon, and we're going to go check it out. So if anybody has time on Thursday and wants to meet up, let me know.
I think I'm going to try and make it too, if I can, if I have all my chores done at work.
Awesome.
I think I'll pull Julie out for that one.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, graduation planning. I'm just going to move us through if that's okay. Are you okay with that, Echo? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Good. Go ahead.
Okay, so graduation planning, we got it down for May 17th. It's going to be in the exact same spot that it was last year at RCC Table Rock campus in the same room. They have a class in there till noon, so instead of it being at 11 o'clock, we're going to do it at 1 p.m. I spoke with Nourish today. They're already ready to go. They have that on their calendar, so that's exciting. So the next thing is just getting a drum there. I spoke with Therese Hall and Grandpa Nick about doing the blankets again, which we really enjoyed last year, and they said absolutely. So we have almost all of the pieces done for graduation. Other than-
everybody?
Get it, Amos, you poop face. Oh, sorry. Oh, we're recording. Whoops.
That's all right. It was me. It was me throwing stuff at her. Yeah, really fine.
I don't like when he does it on my couch.
Oh,
He does it when he gets mad, when he's not getting attention. Anyways, so other than that, it's just going to be getting the word out. And we really need to make sure that we're getting not just the high school graduates, but we're getting the college graduates in our program, like Angelica. We also have Maylene Cherry, who graduated this year. And I know we've got to have a couple of others, and any program at all. So it can just be getting your GED, all the things. But the other piece that I'm hoping that you all can help us with is to get some of the incoming kindergarten students so that we can have our seniors hand over their backpack and welcome them into their academic career, which I think is so precious. So we have the elders blanketing the graduates and the graduates welcoming in the new students into school. So I think that's beautiful.
I see Jackie has her hand up. I'm just wondering how we can go about finding those incoming kinders, because unless they're in our program,
Yeah,
Where do we find
I
them?
have a call out to a couple of places just within our organization that I think works with them. One of the programs for the migrant ed is a preschool program. And I don't know how they get that. If they get that from their recruiters, that's the nice thing about their program is that they have recruiters that are just for recruiting, so they don't even have to worry about that. So I'm hoping that we can get that, but also this is the time that all of the school districts are doing their open house for kindergarten. So sending a note to all of them as a part of the tribal consultation ask. I'm hoping that they'll be able to say, we'll send this flyer out. So that's the plan. Jackie.
For the graduation ceremony, do you want me to bring the Eagle staff for them?
Yes, that'd be great. Oh, that's another thing is that we also have our ESD flag now too. So we'll be able to, Jackie, I'll let you handle that with our student. I can't even remember what our discussion was about that, but if you can handle that at the powwow.
Yeah, I can get that figured out.
Okay, we got to make sure that student is there, so. Okay, is there anything else, any questions about the graduation?
Are we doing, you said we're doing the nurse, no, got that. Oh, are we doing the,
Souls?
printing out the souls? Mhm.
Oh yeah, good
And
question.
did we receive those yet?
No, we've been making those ourselves. So
Yeah.
we have to, I think we have maybe 5 from leftover from last year, so we have to make more. Yeah.
Is that something that's being done on culture night? And is that something that you guys need help with that could be pushed over to Josephine? Because I know the parents, we totally do that. I worked
Yeah.
on it at that one conference thing we had that one time. So it's kind of fun to do, to know that's going to a student like that. So if you need our
Yeah.
participation, we would love to help.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I was just starting it
Got a
today,
bunch
getting
in
all,
my trunk that are plain, Teresa, and I have the medallions. I just have to get that vinyl stuff and the nicer cowrie shells. If
So
that's
I have some stuff that we could, I have some pine nuts that I can get drilled out, and I also have some dentillium that I can get sanded and everything too to add to those, so they're nice and pretty.
and I've also received feedback from several local families that our sturgeon back is not a sturgeon back, according to them. So we need to figure out how to clean it up. So I don't know what that means.
Depends on whose family you're at, but
That's what I thought. Oh my goodness. That's what I said.
depends on where you're at on the river too. So like for us, sturgeon back is pointed down,
Uh-huh.
downriver, and so you'll see that in a lot of our designs. Everything is
Right.
pointed down.
Okay,
But it
that's
just
what I
depends
thought.
on like families and
Yeah,
everything.
and it's an uneven number too.
It is. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. Okay. So we'll just, I think we have, Jackie, we made a pattern, right? I think it was
Yes,
in
I
the,
have the template at my house. It's in my
you do?
BD.
Okay. Okay, that would be great. All right, great. And what I was saying is that I was starting to gather all of those materials and I can send a packet of it over to JC. So you guys can have it.
Also, has anyone gifted the elders that are going to be doing the blanketing, like maybe a tobacco gift or
Oh, no, we'll
sage,
have
or
something. Yeah.
have a gift
Yeah.
prepared for
Last
them as well?
year we did a blanket, so this year we'll have something to give them for sure.
Yeah,
Good,
last
good.
year they received the warrior blanket and then they used it as their raffle to raise money for the veterans powwow.
They did?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, they got the warrior blanket from 8th
Well,
generation.
well, now I feel like we need to give them another blanket just for them.
Another warrior. Well,
Yeah.
we gifted Nick Hall one for him, so that was separate.
Oh,
So
okay.
we blanketed Nick Hall.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. That's what I remember. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
but
yeah."
that reciprocity exchange was, hey, we'll give you a blanket for your powwow, and
Yeah,
they're so great
And
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then the next item, is everybody complete with the graduation? Good. Okay. And then meeting with Andrea on the 15th, goals and concerns. Angelica?
This is more of just informing. The meeting is scheduled for the 15th. I was gonna schedule it for this week, since she's back in the office full time, but the date that I was looking at was possibly conflicting with screen printing. And so I just decided to steer clear and go to next week. So that's at 3 o'clock on the 15th.
And
And
that's
is
on
that
Zoom.
for-
There's gonna be a
Isn't-
Zoom option. There, a few of us are planning to go in person, so I'll be there in person. I coordinated
I want to
with,
go in person as well if
with
I should be
Randall
free
and-
that day. So
Is that in Medford, a Medford location?
yeah, at the Grape Street office.
The Grape Street office at what time?
3.
three
Three.
o'clock. Mm-hmm.
See.
Unfortunately, all her meetings are like range from like 12 to 4 is the last time, but I have to do daycare pickup before 5:30, so we opted for a little bit earlier because daycare, I have to go all the way from Medford to Ashley, so that's why I chose that time.
I have to check and see if I can get daycare. If I can get help with the baby, I would definitely like to go in person as well. I think that both counties should be there to represent, and making that physical one-on-one connection would be important for moving forward with them. So I definitely will try, even if I gotta bring the baby, maybe I'll just give her cartoons.
I wanted
Well,
to
here
let
you
you
are.
all know that at one of our random unexpected meetings that happened at our at Jackson County Culture Night, Kenwani Kravitz, who is the I forget her title, the tribal liaison, something at SOU. She's been trying to come to our culture nights, and she said she would be more than happy to come and join you all. And she said to please call her if or reach out to her to talk about whatever you need to talk about. She's really great because she also has a tribal legal background.
I would love for her to come. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I met her once, but she seemed really awesome.
She is really awesome. I would be happy to extend the invitation over email.
Okay.
I would just want echo, I would encourage you to bring your children because that's traditional, that's who we are, that's how we teach our children
great.
their spot in community, so I just never we're not we're gonna uphold our traditional values, but also I'd be more than happy to watch Vana too, or Alyssa can, or I know she was trying to plan something anyway, so that would be totally fine. But also just never feel like you can't bring your children to a school function or event or meeting.
Exactly.
Your children are always welcome.
I am completely behind that. I think it's an important growing for the institution.
That's how Julie grew up. Julie sat in all of my SOU courses until she started school.
I'll bring my
Alyssa
girls too so they can try.
that was Alyssa's life. I worked for Head Start and we did socializations, which was kind of like culture nights. But yeah, that was her life, So, and now she's in education working, but she's had a very long experience with it.
Stephanie has a question. She said, I cut out right then. Which day? What were you referring to, Stephanie?
Oh,
Can't understand what you're saying.
He's cutting out again, but I
Yeah.
think she got the information because I
Yeah. Oh,
told
she
her in
said
the
about-
chat.
Okay.
And Helika answered it.
Okay.
The next one kind of ties in with the meeting, which is the easy grant. I think part of the goal in our meeting with Andrea is to get an update, do you guys have an update about where they are in the process of the grant?
Well, they need to, we got an email from ODE Indian Ed saying they needed signature page from CPC, and I can't remember what the other thing is right at the top of my head. But we don't have access to that at all. And I thought Andrea was going to be back today, and she was not in the office all day at all. So I'm hoping that she is going to respond to that email. I don't know. I think now that I should probably just let them know that she wasn't in the office, because I think the deadline is in 2 days. So we gotta, is it 2 days or is it Friday?
Yeah, I can make sure to and forward that over. I've noticed that Lisi, sorry, has been doing quite a bit on capturing our attendances. So that's part of what gets submitted with the grant as well as the first time attendance for any, and also they want to know if you're a teacher or not for our parents, but if we have outside teachers coming. So all that stuff she's been doing, creating the spreadsheets for. The form that Teresa mentioned, I can actually share what it looks like, but basically it's called the Indian Parent Committee. So nationally, that's what this is called. We call it a CPC, but nationally it's known as the Indian Parent Committee. And so it's called a IPCA approval form.
How does that get signed? Does everybody have to sign it physically and then scan it back to her,
We
or?
did that last year. Teresa brought it to Culture Night, and then we brought it to Josephine County, and we had like a month or so to do that. We can also do physical signatures and electronic, I believe.
Yeah, we can do electronic now.
Yeah, which would be much easier, you know. to
Yeah,
be
because if
honest.
that's due in 10 days, then
It's
that's,
not even,
I'm
I
not
think that's
sure when
due.
I
it's
mean,
due.
2 days, you said, sorry.
Yeah, let me double check because
Yeah.
I think so who's filling out this grant application? Is it all of us? Is it Andrea who's doing it?
So Lisi fills everything out. She's the
Lisi,
grant
okay.
manager for our program. Her name's Elizabeth Prusco. She's the one that was on
Okay.
here talking about it. She is not typically working right now. Oh, I gotta take this. Teresa can explain that.
Yeah, so Lisi has a personal situation that she's not working right now. She's having to take care of that. So I'm assuming that would naturally, that responsibility would go to Andrea. She was out all last week. And as far as I know, she was supposed to be back today, and she wasn't in the office all day today. I don't know if she was working, but she didn't respond to any of my messages, so I don't know what's going on there. But
Is that something that we can take over? If we have 2 days to get it filled out, that's kind of a short
well,
time window.
It's just the signature page.
yeah, well,
Oh,
it's, let me, I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see the email. Oh, sharing's not turned on. Okay, I'll just read the email then. It says, this is a reminder to our Title VI Indian Education Formula Grant District and Consortium awardees. Number one, please respond to this email if your district or consortium will be engaging in option 1 or option 2 of the EASY Part 2 application. This is for our internal planning purposes only. Number 2, option 1 entities, please email me a copy of your completed EASY Part 2 application and Indian Parent Committee attestation form between April 7th and the 14th. So the 14th is the last day.
So that's in a week.
Yeah, a week from today. Option 2 entities, please email me a PDF of your final EASY Part 2 application and your Indian Committee attestation form to me after the window closes on May 9th. So we still have a couple of days. The hard part with this is that you have to create an account through a state, the state program, I forgot what it's called. So we don't even have access to that, Allison. We can't do it.
Okay.
I'm assuming that they're doing, I don't know which option that we're doing this time. If we're option 1 or option 2.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so we're in like a super weird sitch right now. I'm just being honest. So we're gonna do the very best that we can. But this is the form, the IPC approval form. So you can see the person that's gonna fill this out. Her name's Elizabeth Prusco, who's submitting it on behalf of Mark Engel Hobson, who is actually Andrea's supervisor. So that's like that guy for designee. But basically what the form is you can see in this section here in the table, we have to ensure that our board's made up of 51%, half or more of parents, which it is. We don't have any tribal representatives. And we do not have any student or any teachers. We do have students. And even though like Steph and Angelica are both your parents, so you're going towards that 51%. But we can also mark, I believe we did last year, that you are also teach. But yeah, so basically you just fill in your name and then we submit a copy of our bylaws. We'll submit a copy of our attendance, just the meetings, and it has just a very brief, I can share that. That just has a very brief, like 1-word sentence on, yeah, so this one's not pretty. This isn't the pretty one that y'all usually see, but Teresa and I just work out of this spreadsheet and we keep track of everything as it happens in real time. And so here it is here. So this gets sent to Lacey, or if she has access to it, she can just grab the information she needs. So Teresa and I keep track of the date, location, attendance. I made that new attendance form, which is actually really nice. The number of meetings, and then just small comments. So you can see here that we did talk about the Easy Grant twice. That has to be on there at least once in order for you to sign the form. But it was very brief. It was like a PowerPoint. It looks like that was back in October, November. So we haven't talked about that again, and now it's coming to that time. So maybe for our next meeting, we can possibly see if we can get somebody to come and just share those steps with y'all. Certainly it's your right to review those materials. And it's our duty, if I'm just being frankly honest, that's, what the form's about. So. Yeah, so we will get that form out. Typically it would be whoever's doing that grant. But we're, kind of, I don't even know. We're just in that like weird thing because, there's a lot that's happening, in people's families and yeah. So we'll certainly get that form out. It does take signatures and then we'll submit the other part. The bylaws are already done and approved. So that's done, and then all of the attendance, that's done. That gets submitted and that's it for CPC.
I had put bylaws, like a review of the bylaws on here. I think it would be good to do this before our, before we break for the summer. And a thought that I had is, I know it's difficult to coordinate, but I think it would be really beneficial if we were able to meet at least twice a year as in person as a CPC. I think we could get a lot done. Could be a good opportunity to just strengthen our team and get to know one another better, and really just make a more cohesive committee. So I don't know, maybe now is not the time to talk about it because we still have quite a few agenda items, but I just want to put it out there.
If we want to finish that conversation in our chat group, we can, but I know that we're coming up to our busy time, but I'm more than willing to have us do something in person, like an end of year event that we can go over everything. I think that you're absolutely right. We need an in-person meeting.
So as y'all know, according to our bylaws, there is no like exact number for how many CPC meetings there are. And I just looked today, and right now, next meeting is our last meeting for the year. So May 5th, which is also Missing Murder and Indigenous Women's Awareness Day. 6:30 is our last meeting for the school year. So if you wanted to put something together in person, I'm super open to that, for sure. But yeah, unless y'all need another meeting, yeah. One more.
I think that's a good meeting to shoot, a good day to shoot for. Continue that discussion in the chat. Is everybody good with that? Thumbs up if you are.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know if we could send a poll or just a quick email about like where to meet, because I know all the Josephine County people have a ways to go, so I don't know, like Grants Pass.
It would probably be Grants Pass is the most central place.
Or Valley of the Rogue State Park. That would be fun. That's a little bit closer to y'all, but it would be nice to do something outside but if it was this meeting time, I don't know.
Yeah,
You might
mosquito.
get that baseball game, Randall.
Okay, so let's see. We only have like 10 more minutes, so let's get the list. Spring events, SOU powwow. Any questions about SOU powwow?
No, but in case anybody missed it in the chat, Teresa said garment bag screen printing this Wednesday at 4:30. So I'm hoping we can get garment bags out
Yeah, me
in
too.
time, like either at the powwow this weekend or before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have them with me at the powwow for sure. So everyone will have their ESD garment bag and some really nice felted hangers that you can hang all your regalia in. And I got the garment bags that had pockets in it for, you know, beadwork and mocks and all that stuff. So it's all there and you all can come and get them. Yeah, that'll be fun.
You can talk now.
And then let's see. Oh, hi. Hi, Natalie.
Hi. I don't, oh, there's my
I
big
heard
face
Gio
right there.
say you can talk now.
I just wanted to mention that we have been in contact with Hava, and I don't know if any of you know Monica Yellow Owl for the Candina Jackson special. I don't know if you've talked to Brittany, Teresa.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what they want to do is they're going to give her an honoring, and Monica's donating Pendleton, and Candina was about empowering, you know, students and empowering the Native sisters. And so they had an idea that they would gather all the warrior women and the matriarchs to do a war hoop contest. And then probably a round dance, and or not a round dance, but a student dance for all the SOED students. And I think they're going to do that Saturday night after dinner is what I believe we're shooting for. But Hava and Brittany can clarify that on Wednesday night. Teresa, I don't know if Brittany has contacted you yet, but Monica wanted to have a Zoom
yeah, she did.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Just to clarify it with
Yeah.
everyone. So I thought I'd let you guys know that, and I hope to see everyone there. I'm trying to wrestle with Fringe right now. I miss Lola. Wait.
Yeah.
She was our
Awesome.
Fringe lady. And so this is.
Oh, I love it. Wow, that's so
this is,
beautiful.
gals, but I used to be the cape lady, but Lola always sewed it on. And as you see here, I think I sewed a ribbon to the thing. So I'm gonna cry after I get off of here. I'll see you guys later. I just want to say that really quick.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. I will will not be at the powwow. I'll be out of town, but Alyssa and Zanny are planning to come, so that'll be super fun. And Andy should be there too. That sounds beautiful. I'm sad to miss it.
I may have to work, and so I may also not be able to attend. I wish I could. I wish I could be there with you guys, Nancy, but it sounds like it'll be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So we've got RCC powwow, review CPC bylaws and responsibilities. We could like table that one since we're running out of time. That will be getting sent out though, so I can also send that out again. So everyone can review it. It's also on our website. So you can find it there.
Elena's friends come when she's not here.
Oh, that's annoying. I would hate that. I'd be like, get out of here. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Lotus. No, that would be great. Yeah, Alyssa's did too, actually.
Hi, Lotus.
Gio said hi.
Where's Gio? Oh, hi, Gio.
Oh, hey.
Whose candy is this?
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm in a meeting. Just have some, a little, not too much. Okay,
Yes, I
what?
think that's about it. Unless anyone has anything else, we'll table these two for the next one. I think that'll be a great way to end the year. And then we can talk about possibly being in person for our last meeting. Oh my goodness.
That would be great.
Crazy.
Okay.
Please let us know what else you need for graduation.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think we covered everything. It's just the really important piece is just making sure that we have all the names and enough blankets.
Mhm.
That's,
And finding all them littles. So we did
yeah,
have
and the backpacks.
Jemiah help last year. So anyone, I know Allison's kiddos will just give extra flyers. So if you can take them to your childcare centers, or if you know anyone, or if you have family incoming, just let us know.
Mhm.
We'd love to have him early, and you know, it was really cute. Jemiah's daughter was one of our kindergartners last year, and it's been a joy to have her all year. So super cute.
I do have, so Angelica, you're able to help with the garment bags on Wednesday?
Yeah, I believe so. I just have to double check with the babysitter.
Okay, and then I have Brittany and her partner and Natalie are all gonna come and help me start organizing again all of our supplies, so that's gonna make things a lot easier. We still have tons of boxes that we haven't unpacked, so we'll start that this week, I believe.
Great.
And I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone. If you're watching this at a later time, thank you.
Love you.